when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, But for me, I knew I could do it, and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Uh, we already know. We knew Crawford is a great fighter, and and I did what I supposed to do. Right, I tried for every way, and I trained really hard, and he deserved all the credit.
What it do, what it do. It's 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. Say, man, shout out to my audience. Shout out to those that rocking with me. Yo, we back in the kitchen. There's a whole lot of goddamn sauce in this pot, man. Let's get to the shit. I want to explain why Brian Bomac Mcintyre is a top 5 trainer of all time. I'm not just going to give Bud credit alone on this. Bomac is one of the greatest trainers I've ever seen in my life. Bomac is a special kind of food for you. Yeah, that mother special kind of food for you. You motherfuckers don't know nothing about that sauce. Listen, man, what I'm really trying to say is, yeah, that motherfucker special. Bomac, and oh, man, I could explain so many things, but it's a couple things I got to get out the way. I got to give a shout out to that Mexican trainer. I got to give a shout out to his entire team. That Mexican trainer, and it's another brother. That Mexican been with him a long time. He's there for a reason. I can't give all the credit to Bomac. Bomac is the mastermind, but he got a whole fucking. He like a scientist, bro, and he got a lot of chemists around him. Like he just got a whole classroom full of chemists, and he's the scientist. He's a mad scientist, bro. When it come to boxing, bro, you can talk about his record. You can talk about the boy and eating Big Macs and all that stuff. I don't know how Bomac is that big, and he work out. He work. He stay in the gym. I don't know. He want. My pops was like that. My pops was real big, but he could hoop, he could dunk. My pops was slick. I'm talking about, and he was a point guard. My pops was a 5'8", 300-pound point guard. I ain't bullshitting. Big ass belly. Shake your ass up. My pops was cold on the court. No cap. I ain't gonna lie to kid. And was really big, but swift. Take you off the dribble. Could dunk. All this kind of shit. The best assist man I've ever seen was my pops. When it comes to street basketball. Best assist game I've ever seen. And his favorite player was Magic Johnson, and he used to have his own custom-made jersey, and he wore number 32. Now, my pops was the truth. And he was big. Anyway, I got to give a shout-out to the Mexican. I got to give a shout-out to Bernie. I'm telling you, bro, Bernie, I disagree with a lot of shit you say, but I got a lot of respect for you. The bond you have with Terrence Crawford. I wish I had a friend like you, bro. Everybody should strive to have a friend or somebody in their corner like Bernie. Bernie is a solid brother to Terrence Bud Crawford. I admire that about you, bro. I disagree with your take on boxing, though. I would never talk about boxing to you because I don't be agreeing with none of that shit you say. But the kind of friend you are to him, bro, and the belief that you have, man, Bernie, that shit didn't even surprise him. When he beat Earl, Bernie don't even be looking surprised, bro. Bernie, Bomac, the Mexican, they just be looking like, yeah, we already knew. I've never seen a group of trainers that believe in a fighter like he do. I've never seen nobody that got a team like Terrence Crawford that believe in him like, they don't even look shocked when he win. Man, Bomac be so fucking calm in the corner, bro. Bomac has never panicked in the corner. Even when he told him in the Sean Porter fight, look, you got to step up the company. And that was so player, though. He didn't get outrageous. He didn't do that old telly. I'm telling you, you got to get him. You got to fight him. You got to get in there and fight him. This is what fighters are made of. You got to do it. It's blood and guts. He don't do all that Teddy Allen shit. yeah, Bomac just said, hey, look out, bud. Step up the competition, man. Show why you belong, bro. Step up the level of competition, bro. Get him on up out of there. Bud went in the next round and knocked Sean Porter out. the control. It's very few trainers that have that kind of power over a fighter. Most fighters are ignorant, and Bud is one of the most ignorant fighters. It take a special kind of trainer to control this savage beast. He's a fucking savage. To control that, bro, it take a different kind of fight. See, Derrick James couldn't control Earl Spence. Earl Spence, I'm telling you, bro, Derrick James was a good trainer, but when the going got tough, he folded on Earl. We don't talk about that shit. Derrick James had no answer for Terrence Crawford. Bomac completely outcoached Derrick James. Made him look like, bro, you should have never been trainer of the year. But I do think you did deserve that trainer of the year. You did a great job with Earl Spencer. But compared to Bomac, Bomac made you look like you couldn't even be an amateur. That's how great Bomac is. It ain't that Derrick James ain't a good trainer. Bomac is, his game plans, one of the best I've ever seen, bro. Top 5, Eddie Futch, Emmanuel Stewart. Believe it or not, I got Roger Mayweather. I know a lot of people may not agree with that. And listen, Roger Mayweather, he's like that drunk uncle. You know, he say it real plain. Motherfucker, get in there and do this. He don't do all that technical shit. Look, double up the straight left, double up the jab and throw the straight left to the body. Look, parry with this right here and counter with the right hook. He don't do all. Roger said, go in there and fuck that motherfucker up. Look, stop fucking bullshitting, Floyd. But that's that ignorant drunk uncle, but he know what he talking about. He could just cuss and talk shit, but Floyd know what he mean. Okay, I need to do this and do that. Like, he didn't just do it technically and say it all in the proper context. Roger Mayweather was a hell of a trainer. I think Floyd Mayweather Sr. was a hell of a trainer, but don't got him top 5. Got Roger Mayweather, Eddie Futch, Emmanuel Stewart, Roger Mayweather, Bomac, and I might throw old Cuss in there. Yeah, I might throw Cuss. I might put old Cuss in there. Old Cuss D'Amato. Some shit like that. Nah, I gotta put Bomac top 5 trainer of all time. Listen, man. You know, I damn near want to apologize to Terrence Bud Crawford. I always believed in you. But it's performances like that. You just make everybody put their foot in their mouth. I always believed in you. I've been too hard on you. I was more, you know, sometimes I get too much on some black shit, maybe, because I just felt like you was buying down the Canelo and you didn't need him and all that stuff. No, bro, you did what you did. If you want 3-time undisputed, bro, 3 division, go for it, bro. I never deny you again. Yeah, I wanted you to give Boots a shot. I wanted you to do this. And I've always said I got you beating Boots, but I think that's your toughest fight. I don't know if it's the performance. I don't know what it is, but it just made me damn near feel good. Like, damn, was I too hard on Terrence Crawford? Because the performance you put on, bro, it's just... Man, listen, bro. I got Terrence Crawford top 5 of all time, and I want to explain that. I want to explain why. It's a lot of fighters that slick. Oh boy, it's a lot of fighters in the history of boxing that got good hand speed, power, they slick, they quick, good fundamentals. Yeah, Sugar Ray Leonard, all of them had that. It's a lot of fighters had that. It's a lot of slick fighters. Hell, Michael Nunn was slick. It's a lot of shit. And another thing, let me say this. The top 3 most competitive fighters I've ever seen in the history of boxing. Number 1, Floyd Mayweather. Number 2, Muhammad Ali. Number 3 is Terrence Bud Crawford as the top 3 most competitive fighter. And I always knew that. That motherfucker don't even want to lose in marbles. That motherfucker don't want to lose in ping pong. Terrence Crawford, he refuses to lose in anything. He's just a winner. Would make Terrence Crawford top 5 of all time. I really need to break this down. I want you to hear me. That's what make him top 5. It ain't about Canelo. It has nothing to do with Canelo. I always thought the boy was overrated and all that. It's not just beating Canelo. Listen, had Terrence Crawford went in there and just outboxed Canelo, I still would have had your top 10. I had your top 10 damn near before this fight. But yeah, beating Canelo, outboxing him, move, box, top 10 is how you beat him. Terrence Crawford is a savage. He's a savage, but Bomac keeps him on a leash to where he don't go too far. Because Terrence Crawford will fight to the death. Terrence Crawford got the kind of savage in him He'll fight to the death. He'll fight till he go numb. He'll fight to the end. That's him. That's just who he is. He's not gonna stop fighting, bro. And you hit him, he want that shit back. You ain't gonna punk him. You ain't gonna bully him in the ring. You not gonna outdog him. He's just a savage. But Bomac contains the dog in him and teaches him to fight smart. Give him game plans. Okay, when Canelo throw that left hook to the body, you counter with the right hook from the southpaw stance. Fuck Canelo up. As Canelo's throwing the left hook to the body, Crawford throwing the right hook, backdooring with a straight left, then throwing a right hook to the body, another straight left to the body. 4-punch combinations. Listen, this is what makes Terrence Bud Crawford top 5. It ain't just beating Canelo. It's just what he shows. It's how he does it. Listen, bro, it's a lot of fighters that's skilled. It's a lot of fighters with fast hands, high ring IQs. All that shit is impressive. But when everything's out in the open, and there's nothing left to hide. When there's nothing left to hide, and you tired, and you just feel like giving up, the will. This is what even Bomac can't teach this. It's the will inside, the determination, the will. Not the dog, but the will to win. That's why Floyd is the greatest of all time. I got Floyd number 1. It's his will. Floyd just refused to lose, bro. A lot of people, bro, in that Shane Mosley fight would have folded. Floyd was hurt bad. It's his will. Not only did Floyd recover, he came back and dogged Shane Mosley for the rest of the fight. Walked his ass down. And I'm gonna walk right into that right hand and I'm gonna beat your motherfucking ass. The will. Terrence Crawford got that shit you just can't coach. You can't teach it. It's just you're born with it, bro. It's a God-given. He has a will, bro. He got that shit Moses had. He got that shit Abraham, Isaac, Jacob them had. He got that shit Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. He got that shit Paul and them had. Yeah, Peter and them. He got that kind of shit. When Peter cut old boy ear off and shit, Jesus told him, look, chill out, bro. He got that kind of shit. He got that Samson shit with the hair type shit. He got that Noah type shit. He got that shit that you only can be born with. You, no matter how hard you train, bro, you can't train will, bro. It's in you or it ain't. It's either in you or it ain't. Terrence Bud Crawford is a top 5 fighter of all time because he has a top 5 will. This is why my top 5 is Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Robinson, Pernell Whitaker, Ali, Terrence Crawford. Those are the top 5 most skilled, most determined, but they got that will, though. They got that will to win. They got that will. They got that will, bro. That's what made Ali beat Foreman, bro. It looked impossible, bro. It was his will to win, bro. Taking out them body shots. And he stopped them. It's the will to win, bro. When skills is over with, when I'm older, Terrence Crawford is not in his prime, bro. But he make it look like he is. He is not in his prime at all. The man 38 years old. He on the back end of his career. Even at 38, he's still a top 5 fighter of all time, bro. Because of his will. Motherfucker different, bro. It ain't just beating Canelo, it's how he done it. Let me tell you something, bro. Bomac did not want Terrence. When Terrence Crawford did what the world told him not to. This is what make him great, bro. This is why, man, listen, bro. All that greatest of this era, bro, he beyond that shit, bro. That, I got him top 5, bro, because he not only beat Canelo, he beat him in the way we told him not to do it. We told him, bro, don't stand in front. He was standing in front of Canelo in the first round. He gained his respect in the first. I have never seen no fighter move up and gain Canelo's respect. It wasn't Amir Khan. It wasn't Jamel. It wasn't David Lemieux. It wasn't none of the. Hold on, did he fight David Lemieux? No, that's Triple G that fought David Lemieux. Triple G and David Benavidez fought David Lemieux coming up. Every fighter that has moved up, Canelo dogged him. Canelo respected Bud in the first fucking round. I'm gonna say this, bro. I think Canelo is overrated. It ain't about beating Canelo, bro. It's the fact I can beat him however I want, and I beat him in a way you motherfuckers scared for me to do. Terrence Bud Crawford fans did not want Bud to do what he did. He stood in the fucking pot and traded. And won exchanges. Stood in the pot. Bomac had to tell him, listen, box this motherfucker. Stop, Bud. He had to contact, because Bud would have fought the whole fight on the inside if it was left up to him. Because not only, this is what makes you top 5 to me. Terrence Crawford want every opponent, not just the world. He want his opponent to know, motherfucker, I own you. You my bitch. Bro, Canelo was submissive. I've never seen him that submissive. I've never seen him that respect. You seen him dapping up Bud during rounds and shit. Canelo don't do shit like that. After the fight, when Canelo lose, he make 1,000 excuses. That motherfucker said, I trained the best I could. I brought in Boots. I brought in that Cuban dude. I brought in the best sparring. Canelo said before this fight, I'm in the best shape of my life. And Terrence Crawford gonna see that it's different. Canelo was in the best shape of his life. I think this was the best version because he trained the hardest. He had the hardest camp. He was the most prepared for this fight. Canelo was extremely prepared, extremely ripped, extremely conditioned. He said, I tried everything I could. He's just different. I've never seen Canelo that honest to where he just say, I just can't fuck with him, bro. Canelo wasn't even mad after the fight. He just, because, what's that shit? After you've done all you can, you just stand. Tell me, what do you do when you give in your all and it seems like it's never enough? You just stand when there's nothing left to do. You just stand. That's all he could do was stand. The boy tried every time. Listen, Terrence Crawford, he's top 5, bro, because he did it the way we bro, I didn't want him to do that, bro. Nobody wanted him to do that. Stand in the pocket and trade with Canelo, dope and dog food. He did the craziest shit you could, but he was so fucking accurate. His defense, he was slipping shots. Canelo couldn't fuck with him on the end. Nobody thought Terrence Bud Crawford would beat Canelo on the inside. Nobody thought that. Nobody thought Terrence Crawford would walk Canelo. He walked him down at times in that fight. Crawford did whatever he wanted to do. I'm going to move sometime. Okay, I feel like moving. I'm going to throw the jab. He powered at a couple shots. Now I'm finna hit you with some hot shit. Now I'm finna hit you to the body. Nobody ever went to Canelo body like that. I repeat, nobody has ever gone to Canelo. And I've been saying this for years. Why don't nobody go to his body? Them body shots was hurting Canelo. And everybody know. I've seen Canelo take shots from some of the punchers that can punch. Crawford is the only fighter I've ever seen visibly hurt Canelo multiple times. If it was up to Bud, Bud would have stopped him. Bomac kept him under control. Just chill, Bud. Just chill, Bud. Bud wanted to go on and stop. Bud could have stopped him at will. At any point in that fight, Terrence Crawford could have stopped him. But Bomac just kept him. Don't do too much, bro. Just secure the victory. Bomac, he's a scientist, bro. Now, Bomac know that Bud could have stopped him, but Bomac as a trainer and as like a big bro, why put yourself in so much danger, bro? Bro, I'm going to be real. I already knew Terrence Crawford was a far better fighter than Canelo, but moving up out on weight divisions, one thing I can't take from Canelo, I don't think he's great as people say he is. The motherfucker can punch, and he's accurate. He's a very good counter, and he's going to hit you, bro, with some hot shit. He going to walk your ass down. Terrence Crawford is one of the first fighters I've seen where Canelo, he neutralized that aggression. I've never seen, Floyd didn't do it, Bivol didn't do it. The way he neutralized everything Canelo do. Bro, every time Canelo threw the left hook, Bud would counter with the right hook. He made it to work. Canelo did not want to throw that left hook. And I got to be honest with you. That's the money shot, and it's a sneaky shot. And not only that, I got to give Canelo credit. He was fighting with the left. He was trying to trick Bud with that left hook. Bud timed that left hook every time. Canelo didn't land one left hook up top. Not one. I can't count one. He landed a few left hooks to the bodies, but Bud blocked all of them. And he countered him every time. Every time you punch, I'm a punch with you. I ain't never seen no fighter punch with Canelo. Let alone a fighter that's moving up three-weight divisions. The fearlessness. To swim with sharks and just be calm in the middle of it. Just swimming with sharks and just be calm in the water. Bud is a born killer. It ain't just that the boy got shot in the head and drove himself. They always want to bring that up. He got shot in the head and the boy drove himself to the hospital. Terrence Crawford, he just got some shit, bro. And let me say this. A lot of brothers came in my comments. Well, what about Roy Jones? Listen, Roy Jones was a supreme athlete. But that's the biggest reason why he don't beat Terrence Crawford. For one, Roy Jones struggled with boxers his entire career. What's the brother he got disqualified? I want to say the brother was from Houston. I can't remember his name. He got disqualified in the first fight. He knocked him out, but he hit him while he was down. And then the second fight, he came and knocked him out. That first fight, though, name the brother, come in the comments. And what's the brother? He got disqualified, and Roy Jones knocked him out in the rematch. Knocked his ass out in the first or second round. But that first fight, that dude was legitimately beating Roy. And it was with fundamentals. Just fundamentals. High ring IQ. Roy Jones always struggled with boxers. Terrence Crawford beats a prime Roy because not only is he fundamentally and technically sound, he got that shit that Roy didn't have. Roy didn't have the dog that Bud had, and he wasn't a killer like him, and he didn't have the will to win that Roy Jones cruised through a lot of his wins. Once Roy Jones seen he had the fight won, the last couple rounds he cruised through. If he hurt you, he'll go for the kill. Roy Jones wasn't no killer like Bud. No, not even close. And he didn't have the will to win like Bud did. No. Bud beats a prime Roy. Roy was the supreme athlete, but it's all the tangibles I just named is why Terrence Crawford beats a prime Roy. The fighter that gives him the most trouble is a Pernell. It's Floyd. I heard another brother say Aaron Pryor. Aaron Pryor was a beast. He was gonna make Terrence Crawford work, but he get reckless. He gonna run into one of them. The same left uppercut that dropped Sean Porter. That's the shot I see dropping Aaron Pryor. Aaron Pryor was a monster, but he gonna run into something. And I don't think he could outfight Bud. And I think Bud too much of a sharpshooter. He gonna catch Aaron Pryor in between them shots, stops him inside 6. Mike McCallum, I'm very biased because that's one of my favorite fighters. That's a 12-round decision. Bud does not. Mike McCallum had a granite chin, was never stopped. Even when he fought Julian Jackson, he took that shit and stopped Julian Jackson. No, Bud don't stop Mike McCallum. He had a granite chin, but he beat some 12-round decision. It takes a Floyd Mayweather or Pernell Whitaker. I think Terrence Crawford beats Sugar Ray Leonard, and I think he better than Sugar Ray Leonard. Oh, these the fighters: Pernell Whitaker, Floyd Mayweather, Hagler. See, that's the one out of all of them. Hagler wasn't as skilled as Pernell. He wasn't as skilled as Floyd, but Hagler got that will. See, he got that same shit Bud got. He would take Bud into deep waters. I'm talking about a prime Hagler, not the Hagler that Sugar Ray Leonard beat, because Bud beats that Hagler easy. The prime Hagler would take Bud into deep waters. That's the fight where you'll see Bud tired. Bud gets tired in that fight, but I still think Bud beats him. I think Bud beats Hagler, but Hagler would take Bud through hell. He would have to go through hell. He would have to swim with sharks, get bit a couple times, swim some more, get bit a couple more times. Hagler would take him through hell. But I think Bud beats a Hagler. The fighters that I think the only fighter I'm confident that beats Terrence is Floyd. Floyd is the greatest fighter of all time. I mean, number one, without a doubt. He the smartest, and he had that will too. Nobody talks about the will to win. Floyd is the most competitive fighter that ever lived. Bud is too. Bud top 3 most competitive fighters. I said Floyd, Ali, and Terrence Crawford are the top 3 most competitive fighters that ever laced up a pair of gloves. But Floyd is number 1. is the most competitive, the most will to win, the most skilled. Floyd is the most skilled fighter that ever lived, in my opinion. The most skilled. Pernell Whitaker had more sauce, but Floyd was more skilled and he was smarter. Pernell, he give Bud a tough fight too. That's a toss up. But I think Bud power will be the problem. But Pernell's defense would give. Oh, and Pernell had a impeccable inside game. I don't know. It's out of Pernell and Floyd. I think Floyd beats Terrence Crawford. I'm confident of that. But Pernell and Terrence Crawford, I don't have a winner in that fight. I don't have a winner in Pernell versus. Pernell was different. I don't have a winner. Shit. If I had to choose, okay, who would I pick? Pernell versus Terrence Crawford. I might go Pernell. Pernell's defense, yeah. I pick Pernell and Floyd over they would beat Terrence Crawford. That's it. I think Terrence Crawford beats a prime Hagler. Tough fight though. He beats Sugar Ray Leonard. He beats Tommy Hearns. He beats James Toney. He beats Winky Wright, and that's my boy. He beats him. He beats Bernard Hopkins. He beats them all, bro. Gotta throw Sugar Ray Robinson in there too. But Sugar Ray Robinson, the one thing that I got, and I got Sugar Ray Robinson top 5. But I think Terrence Crawford beats him because he has better natural reflexes. True enough, Sugar Ray Robinson was an athletic freak, but Terrence Crawford just had a better tunnel vision. It would take Floyd or Pernell. Them the only fighters I'm confident that beats him. Sugar Ray Robinson, Terrence Crawford, it's a toss-up. That's a toss-up fight. But I'm confident that Floyd beats him. I'm very confident that Floyd beats him. And I got Pernell beating him. That's it. Terrence Crawford is a top 5 fighter. Also, one fighter I neglected. Henry Armstrong, bro. We can't never let that kind of name die, bro. Archie Moore was a bad boy. Henry Armstrong was a bad boy. But Henry Armstrong, I probably put him 6 or 7. Henry Armstrong was a bad boy. Bad boy. But I'm telling you, bro, with Bomac, and this is another reason why I say, bro, Abdullah the baddest motherfucker on the planet. That's my favorite fighter right now. And I think that's the one fighter that can beat Shakur, bro. But the only 2 fighters I see beating Abdullah is Shakur and Keyshawn Davis. The biggest reason why I could see Keyshawn Davis beating Abdullah, he got Bomac, bro. Bomac is a mastermind. He come up with game plans, bro, that you just don't see come. He would study Abdullah, Keyshawn Davis. But see, that would be the fight where we find out if Keyshawn got that Bud shit, that will. See, because I think Abdullah got, he got to prove it. I think Abdullah got that shit Bud got, that natural will to win. It ain't just because he got dropped 3 times and the boy got up and became a savage. It's just Abdullah is a savage. I just see it in him. He too calm outside the ring. You got them scary type dudes. You know, Hagler was like, dudes like that, just so calm and friendly and just calm and always look like they focused. Even when Abdullah in a fight, he just looked focused. Abdullah, I think he got that shit you can't teach when it comes to the will to win. I don't know if Keyshawn got that. I think Abdullah could outwill Keyshawn. Keyshawn and Abdullah is Hagler Hearns. I don't care what nobody. That shit it won't last 6 rounds. Keyshawn versus Abdullah Mason, if you ask me, is a top 3 fight in boxing. That shit would be one of the greatest fights in the history of boxing. Keyshawn Davis versus Abdullah Mason would be one of the best fights in the history of boxing. And I'm telling you right, Abdullah got to go through hell, but I think he'll stop Keyshawn. But he may get dropped twice. That's a fight. But with Bomac in the corner, I got Keyshawn stopping Tank. I've never said that. Keyshawn Davis will stop Tank. And I think Tank is special. Keyshawn Davis stops him. Bomac, bro. Bomac he's just a different kind of trainer, bro. His game planning, his strategy. But this is Bomac can only do so much. That's why I say I still got Abdullah over Keyshawn. Because I don't know if Keyshawn got the will that Abdullah has. I think Abdullah has more will to win. More of a savage. I don't think without Bomac, Terrence Crawford is a top 5 fighter of all time. Because Terrence Crawford naturally got the will. He naturally got the skills. But the game plan, the strategy, the discipline. Without that, Terrence Crawford wouldn't be top 5. And I got to give Bomac a lot of credit. Bomac is a big reason why I got Terrence Crawford top 5. And nobody beats him, bro, unless it's Pernell or Flo. That's it, bro. Nobody. And you want to know some other shit? Terrence Crawford could go to 175 and take, if he wanted to. He would beat the brakes off Bivol. And I got him beating Benavidez. But, let me say this. If Benavidez, and I seen Turkey, can Benavidez still make 168? I'm going to tell you why I don't like it. Especially if Benavidez was to come to 168, Bud would get zero credit. And I don't think Benavidez can make 168. And another thing, if Bud was to move to 175, I would really lose a lot of respect for Benavidez. Benavidez, you huge. I think you too big for 175. Benavidez is a cruiserweight just sucking himself down. The boy is too fucking huge. But you still don't beat Bud. That's just how special Bud is. I wouldn't respect Benavidez if he tried to fight Bud, bro. I wouldn't respect that shit, bro. I respect that you fought Maria. I wouldn't respect that shit, bro. I would not respect Benavidez for trying to fight a 135 pounder that move. Nah, I wouldn't respect you, bro. What I do want to see, I want to see Canelo move up to 175. Go on fight Benavidez, bro. You got nothing else to lose. You'll get a big payday. That should be the fight to me. If Benavidez big ass try to fight a goddamn, I'm telling you, you know what I'm gonna demand? Benavidez, you need to fight Deontay Wilder. Nah, and I'm gonna tell you some real shit. That's a very realistic fight. I could see Benavidez going up to hip. He's huge, bro. You huge. I would lose so much respect for Benavidez if he even entertained fighting Bud, bro. I'm gonna look at you like a hoe, bro. That ain't no competitive, you trying to be great, bro. It would let me feel like, bro, you just trying to fight smaller fighters, bro. You way too big for Bud, bro. Everybody, people act like you just too much because, oh no, he aggressive, Bud can't fuck with him. No, you can't fuck with Bud, but you still, bro, you too big to be trying to fight a fucking Bud. That's like Bud trying to fight Inoue. No, Benavidez trying to fight Terrence Crawford is like Terrence Crawford trying to fight Monster Inoue. The boxing world will lose their fucking mind and they turn on Crawford the boy. Yeah, Crawford gets to talking about something. Yeah, Inoue move up and fight me. Benavidez trying to fight Bud Crawford. It's like Bud Crawford trying to fight Monster Inoue. I'm going to tell you motherfuckers another thing. I saw that little bullshit ass highlight. Listen, I think Inoue is a very good fighter. He might be top 15. I don't got him top 10. The boy too hittable. And when he fight a real puncher, listen, Inoue is a very good counterpuncher, and he got real power. And I think he would do very good at 126. I don't know what you waiting on, bro. You done had 7 fights at 122. What the fuck are you waiting? Why is we steady babying a fighter that's considered top 3? How can you be top 3 pound for pound, and we steady babying you, bro? We steady giving you passes for steady fighting 122 pounders that ain't shit, bro. If you top 3 pound for pound, why do you constantly get a pass, bro, for fighting no-name fighters, bro? Just tired of it, bro. I'm going to tell you some real shit, bro. This is very realistic. Terrence Crawford just moved, hold on. From 154, that's 14 pounds. That's 14 pounds. Not even counting 147 to 168. From 154 to 160, that's 14 pounds. Bro, people act like it's so unrealistic for Inoue to fight Tank. Tank would meet him at 130. That's 8 pounds, bro. Or even if you was to go to 35, what's that? 13 pounds? That's the same thing Bud just did. So if Inoue was to move up to 135 and fight Tank, that's the same thing that Bud just did. But you know what the boxing, that is way too much weight. He way too small for Tank. That's a realistic fight, bro. Bud just moved up 14 fucking pounds. You can argue 22 pounds because he only had one fight at 154. Listen, I'm not even asking him to move up to 135. Bro, what is taking you so long to go to 126, bro? For him to go to 130, that's just 8 pounds, bro. Those are very winnable fights. O'Shaquie Foster, Ray Ford and them at 130. Those are winnable fights. I think Ray Ford would dog walk your ass though. That's just me. I think in a way, O'Shaq would be a very good fight though. 126 is not that stiff, bro. People keep bragging about Espinosa. Espinosa is so hittable. In a way, could really knock his ass out. I'm just being real. The fight for you though is Shushu. That's the only fight at 126 that would impress me. I think in a way could beat Espinosa, bro. He just tall. He punch hard though. I could see him dropping in a way. I think in a way beats Espinosa. I think he beats a Robeisy Ramirez. He beats Angelo Leo. It's only Shushu that I think beats in a way at 126. 126 is easy work for in a way. I'm not gonna say easy work, but that shit is winnable than a motherfucker. That ain't too heavy, bro. That's 4 more fucking pounds. Why the fuck is we babying somebody we got top 3 pound for pound? 122 to 126 is 4 fucking pounds. What the fuck are we waiting on? This is the shit. Black fighters don't never go through this kind of bull. We don't never get this special baby. I swear, it ain't enough hugs. It ain't enough goddamn baby powder, baby lotion. It ain't enough goddamn sippy cups and all kind of sippy juice and all kind of other shit. It just ain't enough. It just ain't enough, bro. How much are we gonna baby somebody that we are saying is top 3 pound for pound? Somebody we had over, Terrence Crawford, and he can't move up 4 pounds, bro? This shit is sad, bro. Listen, I don't really like calling that China, but listen, it's no diss, but it's no diss at all. But and I don't think brother was on some hating shit, but I heard Knockout say some shit like, Usyk's still better because he fighting dudes that's 50 pounds heavier than him. And Crawford only moved up 30 pounds, but Usyk is fighting dudes 50 and 60 pounds. If we gonna go off that, bro, we might as well say Wilder better. Wilder been fighting dudes 50 pounds heavier than him his whole career. That don't make Usyk better than Bud, bro. And I don't even like calling out China, and it's no diss to you, bro. But for that reason, Usyk is better. Dope and dog food, and he fighting UK fighters. His best win is against UK fighters. 50, 60 pounds. Wilder been doing that. Everybody he fought was 40 pounds heavier than him. When he fought Zhang outweighed Wilder by 80 fucking pounds. No, bro. Usyk ain't nowhere near on Bud's level, bro. No. I'm gonna tell you some real shit, bro. If Usyk and Earl Spence was in the same weight division, bro, I would pick Earl. Bro, let me tell you something about Usyk. Usyk has an extreme advantage. He's faster than every opponent he faced. His feet are faster. These heavyweights are slow on their feet. You want to know what makes Bud different? Bud has fought fighters with faster feet than him. Sean Porter got faster feet. Sean Porter get to you quick. Gamboa had faster hands than him. Gamboa was more slick and more elusive. Usyk has never fought a fighter that's more slick or more elusive, got faster hands, faster feet. They all slow robots, bro. He's never fought nobody where he's at a disadvantage. They're only bigger than him, but really that's the advantage because he's able to slip shots and be the quicker, faster fighter. That's not impressive like that to me, bro. Gamboa was faster than Bud, and he had power. That was the first fight I saw in Bud's career where I said, he different. That's when I saw he got that it factor. That was the fight where I said, I watched Bud's whole career. That Gamboa fight. And Gamboa was never the same. And, and Tank and Devin fought an old Gamboa trying to get credit off that shit. Terrence Crawford. We forget how good Gamboa was. Gamboa was slick, had power, had Floyd behind him. Gamboa was a bad boy. And it's a point in that fight. This is when I said I saw something in Terrence Crawford a long time ago. Gamboa was the slicker fighter. He was more slick than Bud, bro. Everybody saw it. He was more slick, had more little sauce, a little swagger. He was faster. He was short, so he was kind of hard to catch at times. He just was slicker, faster, quicker, and he had power. It's like Bud was running in the shots in the beginning of the fight, and it's like, damn, this motherfucker slicker than me. He faster than me. I'm not saying he was a better fighter, but he was more slick. He had faster hands, and he had enough power to where Bud gotta walk into some. He gotta walk through fucking fire to get to this dude. Bud went through hell and got. It's that it factor. Bud will go through a burning building to get your ass. That's why he top 5 of all time. This is 903 Boxing. I'm your host, Charles J. With that, I'm out.